Feeling overwhelmed by life's challenges? At Salt River Therapy, their therapists provide you with a safe, affirming space to heal and grow.
Salt River Therapy Practice offers compassionate, quality therapy for individuals and couples, both in person in Brooklyn and virtually throughout New York and New Jersey. Salt River Therapy specializes in anxiety, grief, low self esteem, identity issues, trauma, relationship challenges, and more. They accept most New York Aetna plans and have a sliding scale rates available.
Ready to prioritize your mental health? Schedule a free consultation today at saltrivertherapy.com. That's saltrivertherapy.com. Let Salt River Therapy support you on your journey to well-being.
Hey everybody, before we dive into today's episode, here's a quick tip about digestion. To Bloat by Lumo is a supplement that combines probiotics and digestive enzymes to ease bloating and support gut health fast. It's made with just four ingredients you've probably heard of: papaya, pineapple, soybean, and tempeh. Just one capsule around mealtime does the job.
Head to trylumo.co and use the code INFO on the go for an additional 15% off, or just click the link in the show notes. Hi, I'm William,
And I'm Kat,
and that makes this info on the go.
answering questions you want to know.
Kat, do you know where the rise of energy drinks took place?
Did Japan invent energy drinks specifically to offset methamphetamine use?
That is widely believed, but no, Japan did not directly invent energy drinks to offset the use of methamphetamines.
However, the history of energy drinks and stimulants in Japan is an interesting one. On this episode of Info on the Go, the history of energy drinks.
The connection to methamphetamine stems from Japan's post-World War II era. Methamphetamine, initially synthesized in Japan in 1893 and later commercialized under the name Philippon,
Mhm.
was widely used during the war to keep soldiers awake. And we talked about this somewhere.
We did.
Methamphetamines.
It had to have been under methamphetamines because we did
Yeah.
talk about methamphetamines already. So, and after the war, surplus methamphetamine flooded the Japanese market, leading to widespread abuse in the late 1940s and early 1950s. As Japan cracked down on the methamphetamine use through stricter laws and public health campaigns, alternatives like health tonics and energy boosters became popular as legal, socially acceptable ways to combat fatigue.
Energy drinks, as we know them today, trace their origins back to Japan in the 1960s with products like Lipovitan D, introduced by Tasha Pharmaceutical in 1962. Lipovitan D was marketed as a health tonic to combat fatigue, especially for workers and professionals facing long hours.
I mean, and I've still seen that today.
Yeah, I mean, and we're going to get into that, but I mean, just think about it. You don't have that meth that gets you that kick that you need anymore. So get my energy drink. It'll help you
Right?
get those. It'll help you combat that fatigue for
It'll
long
it'll
hours.
it'll give you wings.
I love it.
It contained ingredients like taurine and B vitamins, which remain staples in many modern energy drinks.
While there isn't a direct line linking energy drinks to replace methamphetamine, their rise is their rise in popularity was partly influenced by the cultural need for stamina and productivity without resorting to illegal substances.
Like methamphetamine.
Yeah. Japan in the post-World War II era faced significant economic pressures and a cultural of hard work. Stimulants, including amphetamines, had been used during the war and in the years afterward to maintain energy during long hours.
However, by the mid 1950s, Japan had outlawed amphetamines due to rising concerns about addiction and abuse. This crackdown created a demand for legal, safer alternatives, which may have influenced the development of energy tonics like Lipovitan D.
The use of energy drinks as a substitute for methamphetamines is an indirect relationship. The ban of amphetamines in Japan created a market for legal stimulants that could mimic some of the energizing effects without the addictive properties.
Mm. Energy drinks provided a socially acceptable way for workers, truck drivers, and others needing a quick energy boost to maintain productivity, filling the void left by the decline in amphetamine use.
So, in conclusion, while energy drinks were not directly invented as a replacement for methamphetamines, their emergence in Japan can be seen as a part of a broader shift toward finding safer legal stimulants to meet the demands of a high pressure post war industrial society. I
Hmm.
think they
Now
were
let's
just trying to kick that habit, you know.
right. Now let's get wired as we get into some history of the energy drink boom.
I like your little pun there. That was pretty good. 1949 in the US, Dr. Enough, a vitamin enriched soda, was introduced. While not marketed as an energy drink, it hinted at functional beverages designed for added benefits.
Dr. Enough is an American lemon lime soft drink bottled by Tri City Beverage in Johnson City, Tennessee. Introduced in 1949, it stands out as one of the first fortified sodas containing B vitamins, caffeine, and cane sugar, marketed as a healthier alternative to traditional sugar filled sodas. Its slogan is Enough is Enough.
Well, I like that. Okay. Created by a Chicago businessman, William Mark Schwartz, Dr. Enough gained early popularity for its promoted therapeutic effects, including easing stomach pains, relieving hangovers, and improving mental clarity. Huh, man, it was long. This you're talking about a snake oil here now.
Mm-hmm.
It shares a historical connection with Mountain Dew, which was first sold by Tri-City Beverages before being sold to Pepsi.
Oh,
So they had their Dr. Enough and Mountain Dew. Mountain
dang.
Dew is one of my favorites.
Well, and everywhere else but the U.S., it's an energy drink. It's considered an energy drink.
Mountain Dew is?
Mm-hmm.
Huh, I did not know that.
Oh,
I used, man, I'm not a Pepsi fan, because I like Coke. But when it comes to Mellow Yellow over Mountain Dew, I will take a Mountain Dew any day.
I will take a Mountain Dew over a Mellow Yellow as well.
Yeah.
But I prefer Pepsi versus Coke.
What?
Sorry. Yeah,
We're gonna have to disagree here.
fair enough. Fair
Everything
enough.
is a Coke here in Georgia. Have you
It
not noticed
is.
that?
It is, except for a Taco Bell. I thought about that the other day.
Well, when you tell somebody you want to get a soda anywhere else, you say, "Give me a soda." Here in Georgia, you say, "Give me a Coke." What kind of Coke
Yeah,
do you want?
absolutely.
It's all of them.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, in up north they say pop.
Yeah, I used to work with a guy from Michigan, and he would say pop.
So, Dr. Enough is still in production today and is available in several varieties, including original, diet, herbal, and diet herbal. Each bottle provides at least 80% of the recommended daily intake of thiamine, niacin, potassium, and iodine. Um, the herbal varieties are cherry flavored and enhanced with ginseng and guarana.
I have not seen Doctor Enough. Have you?
No,
Imagine if you go to where did you say
Tennessee?
John? Yeah, Johnson City, Tennessee. I bet you could find it.
Most certainly.
Yeah, but I would like to try it.
Yeah, no, I'm down.
Hey, if anybody's listening from the Tri-City Beverage, you want to send us some Doctor Enough? Knock
Right.
yourself out.
Let's try it.
Yeah. Pioneering modern energy drinks in 1962, the Japanese company Toshoho launched Lipovitan D, a health tonic that became one of the first modern energy drinks. It was marketed to workers needing a boost in stamina and concentration.
Lipovitan or Ripobitin, also marketed as Libogen or Levita in some countries, also produced by Taisho Pharmaceutical Company, popular across Asia. It is sold in 100 milliliter brown translucent bottles with a bright yellow liquid and is designed to combat physical and mental fatigue. Usage warning for consumers are advised not to exceed one 100 milliliter bottle per day. Goodness.
Um, You need to Google an image of this stuff. It looks like you know how you see those old-timey snake oil bottles where um the guys out of the back of the wagon selling the stuff. That's what these look like.
You just reminded me of Pete's Dragon, the original Pete's Dragon.
I don't think I've ever seen Peach Dragon.
Boss,
S-
that's from your time, okay?
uh,
That's just sacrilege.
I don't think I've ever, I don't think I've ever seen it. I'm pretty sure
Dang.
I haven't. I don't know if I have, I don't recall. In 1965 in the United Kingdom, Lascade Energy, originally launched in 1927 as Glucade for medical purposes, was repositioned as an energy boosting drink for athletes and active individuals. Basically, they're trying to get a spin off of glucose aid.
Right. But then wouldn't that be glucosade?
Glucosade. Okay, that sounds better.
And Lucozade? All right. So Lucozade is a British soft drink and energy drink brand now owned by Japanese company Suntory, originally created in 1927 as Glucosade by Newcastle pharmacist William Walker Hunter. It was marketed as a recovery aid for the sick. Acquired by Beecham's in 1938 and rebranded as Lucozade, its slogan was Lucozade AIDS Recovery.
All right. In 1927 to 1983, this was sold primarily in pharmacies as a carbonated orange flavored drink in glass bottles wrapped in cellophane. It was commonly given to children and hospital patients.
In 1983, repositioned as a sports drink to emphasize health rather than illness, packaging was changed to plastic bottles and new flavors were introduced.
In 2016, a 500 milliliter bottle contained 62 grams of sugar. Holy cow. Later reformulated in 2017 to include 22.5 grams of sugar per bottle. Man, well, at least they took a step back a little bit.
I mean, it's what, a third of
Yeah,
goodness.
basically a third. And this was along with other artificial sweeteners like aspartame and acesulfame K to comply with the UK sugar tax.
Jesus.
We have to
That's
do one
still a
on
lot.
sugar. We
On
have
sugar and
to.
artificial sugars, I would love to do one on xylitol and aspartame. I cannot stand the taste of either one of them.
Well, and which one is 1,000 times sweeter than regular sugar, but offers 0 calories, but can really mess with and we'll have to save that for when we do sugars, because
Yes,
it is a pretty big deal that can mess with your body.
absolutely. 2023, reformulated again, replacing aspartame with sucralose while retaining the reduced sugar content. Lucozade has evolved from a pharmacy staple to a widely recognized sports and energy drink brand.
So I mean, I was just a little bit ahead of myself.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. So in the 1980s gave way to the birth of It Gives You Wings, Red Bull.
Interesting. All right. In 1987, Austrian entrepreneur Dietrich Mateschitz, inspired by a Thai energy drink called Crating Dang.
Catering Dang was first devised in 1975. It was reformulated and rebranded as Red Bull. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
So I'm going to try to do it. Hold on. Factoid. Did I get it?
Yes.
It was launched in Austria and revolutionized the energy drink market with its marketing focused on extreme sports, nightlife, and youthful energy. Wow. Red Bull's success popularized energy drinks globally. And when I think about it, you say energy drink, that is the first one that pops in my head.
I think Monster first.
Yeah. Well, I guess you could see Monster too, but I mean, Red Bull's it set the stage for everything, didn't it? Well, no, you got to go back to Japan to Lipovitan D.
Right.
But I
Right.
think Red Bull really kind of took the market over.
Agreed. I agree with that. Red Bull is an energy drink brand created and owned by Austrian company Red Bull GmbH. It holds a 43% market share, making it the world's most popular energy drink and ranks as the third most valuable soft drink brand after Coca-Cola and Pepsi. Over 100 billion cans have been sold globally, with about 12 billion sold annually.
12 billion sold annually.
That's wild, right? I've never had a Red Bull. I
Really?
drink the Monsters occasionally, but I
Okay.
like the Java Monsters. I like the coffee ones.
Yeah, I like the coffee ones too. I like the Mocha Mocha, whatever it's called.
Yeah, I think it's Mocha Loco.
Yeah.
I like that one. The caramel one's pretty good. But I think my
S-
favorite is Mean Bean.
Oh yeah, Mean Bean. Those Loco Moco and Mean Bean are. I could do both of those.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Red Bull was inspired by catering Dang, a Thai energy drink created by pharmacist Cholo Yovidia, Austrian entrepreneur Diedrich Mateschitz. After discovering catering Dane, adapted it for Western taste by adding carbonation. Together with Yovidia, he founded Red Bull GmbH in 1984 in Austria. Wow.
Initially launched as a single flavored drink in a distinctive slim silver and blue can, known for its iconic slogan, Red Bull gives you wings, among the most memorable global advertising campaigns, expanded into numerous product variants and flavors over time. There's a bajillion different flavors of Red Bull now.
I mean, for real, you go to a convenience store, you see a whole door, nothing but Red Bull now.
For sure. I mean, it's Red Bull, Monster. I think what's the
NOS,
other one? Nos, Bang.
Bang, yeah. You got Rain now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, there's a whole flood of different energy drinks nowadays.
It's insane. Celsius.
Red Bull's success is largely due to its unconventional marketing.
Proprietary extreme sports events like Red Bull Cliff Diving, Air Race, and Stratos Space Dive.
So, have you ever seen any of those on TV? Have you ever watched any of those?
I've seen cliff diving. I'm
The
not sure
air,
about Air Race. Oh, wait, that's the airplanes. Yeah.
yeah, the air race
Yes,
one
I've
is
seen Air Races.
crazy. Yeah,
But I've never seen a Stratos Space Dive.
I haven't either. Ownership of sports teams and sponsorships in motorsports, soccer, and esports. Investments in music via Red Bull Records. So I mean, they're all over the place.
Mm-hmm. Despite its Thai origins, Red Bull adapted its identity for global markets, leveraging the iconic Red Bull on a yellow sun yoke logo, which it shares with Krating Dang. The two brands operate independently in Thai and Western markets.
So Monster Energy came out in 1997, Rockstar Energy in 2001, Amp Energy in 2001. All of these entered the market, targeting similar demographics with distinct flavors, branding, and larger can sizes.
Mm-hmm. By the late 1990s, energy drinks became a cultural phenomenon in Europe, North America, and Asia.
By the 2000s, saw an explosion of energy drink brands targeting specific niches such as gamers and health-conscious consumers with low carb or low calorie and natural energy drinks.
Mm. The integration of energy drinks with alcohol, like Four Loko, sparked controversy due to safety concerns, leading to regulatory scrutiny and product reformulation. If you had oof, you get messed up on a Four Loko.
Well, and we're going to talk a little bit about what exactly that does to you. Because yeah, you're right. Energy drinks and alcohol do not mix.
I could never finish one Four Loko. I could not. I commend those that have, but I could not. They were gross to me.
Yeah.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
This Mother's Day, give a gift that is truly special, one that captures memories, preserves love, and lasts for generations.
With Tellmail.ai, you can turn your cherished memories into a timeless keepsake. It's simple. Each call unlocks new chapters, bringing to life the moments, laughter, and wisdom that defines your family's history.
After every conversation, Mel carefully transcribes and edits the stories into beautifully written memoir chapters, which can be shared with your family.
These chapters can be compiled into a stunning hardcover book or a digital keepsake, ensuring that your family's legacy is never lost.
This Mother's Day, give more than just a gift. Give the magic of storytelling, a legacy that will be cherished for generations. Start today at tailmail.ai. In the 2010s, health and sustainability trends, growing awareness of sugar content and artificial additives led to the rise of low sugar and sugar-free energy drinks, such as Red Bull Sugar Free and Monster Zero Ultra.
Plant-based and natural alternatives like drinks featuring matcha, yerba mate, or green tea gained popularity.
I love matcha. I love green tea matcha.
I like green tea. I'm not really sure about matcha.
Oh, I love green tea matcha. I like to go to, and Starbucks is really the only place I can get it. And I hate to name drop here, but I like to get the green tea matcha mixed with coconut milk on ice. Today, continued growth and innovation, energy drinks are now a multi-billion-dollar industry globally, appealing to athletes, students, workers, and others seeking a quick boost.
Emerging trends include organic options, CBD-infused energy drinks, and beverages targeting mental focus with nootropics. Yeah, I mean, let's just throw some. CBD it's basically like throwing a downer with an upper.
Let's just throw some stuff in here and call it an energy drink. And let's just
Right,
pump it up with a lot of caffeine and sugar. It'll get you going.
for sure.
Brands continue to adapt to consumers' preferences for cleaner labels, sustainable packaging, and functional benefits.
Energy drinks remain one of the most dynamic and debated beverage categories, balancing innovation and regulatory challenges as they evolve with consumer needs.
What is in all these energy drinks? This was
Eh,
going to come up.
right. Energy drinks typically contain caffeine, sugar, or high fructose corn syrup, taurine, B vitamins, carbonated water, and other stimulants like guarana, yerba mate, ginseng, and sometimes additional ingredients like glucuronolactone, L-carnitine, and inositol, depending on the brand. Essentially, a combination of caffeine, sugar, and various other stimulants to provide a quick energy boost.
Caffeine, the primary ingredient responsible for the energy boost, often sourced from coffee beans or Ghana. Ghana contains a much higher percentage of caffeine compared to coffee beans. Taurine, an amino acid that may help with athletic performance and can be found naturally in the body. Caffeine is considered a diuretic, meaning it increases urine production when consumed, although moderate caffeine intake from drinks like coffee is generally not considered dehydrating due to the fluid content in the beverage itself. However, high doses of caffeine can have a more profound diuretic effect.
Mm-hmm. Caffeine works by affecting the kidneys, causing them to excrete more water in the urine. Most research suggests that typical caffeine consumption from coffee or tea does not lead to significant dehydration, as the fluid in the beverage compensates for the diuretic effect.
The amount of caffeine in a typical can of soda, in this case, we're going to use Mountain Dew, is about 72 milligrams. The small cans of energy drinks, the amount of caffeine in them is 162 milligrams of caffeine. Wow.
Mm. A 5-hour energy extra strength packs a powerful punch with 230 milligrams of caffeine in each 1.93-ounce bottle. This high caffeine content aims to provide a significant energy boost for those needing an extra push to get through their day.
On the other hand, the regular strength 5-hour energy contains a more moderate 157 milligrams of caffeine per 1.93-ounce bottle. While still potent, it's kind of comparable to caffeine content found in a typical 8-ounce or 237 milliliter cup of coffee.
Hmm. This option is suitable for individuals seeking a reliable energy lift without the intensity of the extra strength variant.
However, large amounts of caffeine can lead to increased urine production and potential dehydration, particularly if not balanced with adequate water intake.
Guarana has large leaves and clusters of flowers and is best known for the seeds from its fruits, which are about the size of a coffee bean. Brazil, the third largest consumer of soft drinks in the world, produces several soft drink brands from the seeds of guarana.
A fermented drink is also prepared from guarana seeds, cassava, and water. Paraguay is also a producer of marijuana soft drinks, with several brands operating in its market.
So, what are the health risks with energy drinks?
Energy drinks can cause a range of health problems, including issues related to the heart and blood vessels, anxiety, sleep deprivations, and dehydration.
These drinks have been linked to increased blood pressure, a known risk factor for heart disease, and can lead to heart palpitations, atrial spasms, and even heart failure.
The combination of heart palpitations and high blood pressure can also contribute to heightened anxiety, nervousness, and jitterness.
Sleep problems are another concern, as energy drinks can cause insomnia and other sleep disturbances, leaving individuals unable to rest properly. Additionally, energy drinks can lead to dehydration, resulting in symptoms such as dry mouth, dry skin, nausea, and fatigue.
Can energy drinks be fatal?
Energy drinks can indeed be fatal if consumed in excess, particularly for individuals with certain health conditions.
These beverages typically contain high levels of caffeine, which can lead to heart arrhythmias and other severe health complications.
Excessive caffeine consumption has the potential to be life-threatening, especially when taken in large quantities over a short period.
Additionally, people with underlying health conditions such as heart disease, hypertension, or other cardiovascular issues are at heightened risk of experiencing adverse effects from energy drinks.
The risks increase further when energy drinks are combined with alcohol or other caffeinated beverage, as this can amplify their harmful effects.
Moreover, while the immediate dangers of excessive consumptions are evident, the long-term effects of energy drinks on the cardiovascular system remain largely unknown, raising concerns about their potential impact on overall health over time.
To safeguard your health, it's essential to consume energy drinks in moderation or avoid them altogether. Instead, focus on healthy lifestyle habits such as regular exercise, balanced nutrition, and getting sufficient sleep to maintain energy levels naturally. I wish the society that we lived in supported that.
Yeah. Kat, we kind of ran out of time, so we're not really going to get into the alcohol part of the drinks. So it's really not going to be part one and part two, but we're going to do a follow-up episode. And I think we'll be dropping that as a dash of info, maybe.
Okay,
And
that sounds good.
and we'll call that the dangers of unregulated energy drinks.
Oh, a historical and modern perspective.
There you go. Sounds great. What did you
Exciting.
think?
Um, it was very informative, and it did shed some light on some things that did happen to me a few years ago.
Well, I'm here to tell you, energy drinks, while they do serve a purpose, it goes back to that everything in moderation, but you need to know your health conditions before you start. And you definitely don't need to just be popping 5-hour energy drinks for sure.
No,
Yeah.
no, not at all. Um, but no, at the time I was not eating food for probably days at a time. I would go days before I'd remember that I hadn't eaten in days. The first time mom working one car, it was a mess. Um, and I wasn't drinking water. And the only thing that I was drinking was those triple shot Starbucks drinks.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow, it is right. I had palpitations for a while, and I could never get anybody. I had one ER doctor catch it one time, and that was it. And he did refer me to a cardiologist, but I did the
Stress
both
test.
sensors. Well, the only thing I hadn't done was a stress test or the ultrasound of my heart because my insurance didn't cover the ultrasound of my heart. Now they did cover the ultrasound of like my jugular veins in my neck to see because I pop my neck a lot, so I didn't know if like maybe I had thrown a blood clot or something. So they checked that too. But in any case, I don't have them near as much as I used to, and they're not as intense as they used to be either. But I'm very, very conscious about making sure that I eat and making sure I drink water.
And lay off the energy drinks.
And yeah, I only have one regular maybe Monster a day if I even have that. But that's only on days that I'm like extra tired. I don't have it every day.
That's good.
And if I have a cup of coffee, I do not add any more caffeine to it.
That's really good.
I'm extra conscious now because that was scary.
That's all I've got.
So if you would like to support this podcast,
Click the support link in the show notes.
William and I want to thank you for listening.
Yes, thank you.
Join the Facebook group at Info on the Go
Share with us your show ideas.
or ask us a question.
Subscribe and follow us wherever you get your podcast.
Send us a text using the link in the show notes or leave a review.
Email us at,
infoonthegopodcast@gmail.com.
and yes, that is all one word. Till next time.
Stay curious.